Let's be completely honest about something most women would never say out loud. A well-executed hug can create a deeper, more memorable sensation than most kisses ever will. I've spoken with women who, after a single intentional embrace, began questioning their current relationships. Their minds were startled, but it was their bodies that truly reacted. A subtle shift in posture, a carefully placed hand, and suddenly her nervous system registers a connection she can't easily forget. The problem is that most men hug like they're shaking hands, polite, functional, and quickly forgotten. These hugs communicate friendship, safety, and predictability. That's exactly why they fail to spark desire. But when a man understands how touch affects the nervous system, he can leave an echo, a sensory memory that lingers long after the moment has passed. Her rational mind might struggle to explain it, but her body remembers. I'm Dr. Christina Morgan, and today we're exploring the science behind this kind of touch. By the end, you'll understand a simple adjustment to your posture and a single contact point that can shift how she perceives you almost instantly. If you're ready to dive in, take a deep breath and imagine what it would feel like to create that kind of impact. The forgettable hug fails because it follows a social script. Quick squeezes, pats on the back. These gestures are polite, friendly, and non-threatening. They signal to her brain that this is a safe, neutral interaction. The result? Her nervous system stays alert but relaxed in a social state, not a state of intimacy. The kind of hug that creates an imprint does the opposite. It intentionally interrupts that social script and introduces a new message. Calm, grounded masculinity paired with an unwavering presence. Most men miss this because they equate attraction with action, excitement, or intensity. The truth is that genuine attraction is rooted in stillness, intention, and awareness. A rushed, uncertain touch communicates anxiety. A slow, confident touch communicates safety, authority, and a subtle power that her body can't ignore. In other words, attraction starts in the nervous system, not in words or grand gestures. This approach is based on what I call a somatic imprint. Somatic relates to the body, and imprint means leaving a lasting memory in her nervous system. The goal isn't to convince her with logic or charm, it's to create a physical memory she recalls later, often without realizing why it felt significant. To achieve this, there are three key pillars: tempo, stillness, and an anchor point. Each plays a crucial role in creating a profound sense of connection and arousal. By mastering these elements, you can transform a simple embrace into a moment she remembers weeks later, with a sense of intrigue and magnetic curiosity. Now let's break down the three elements that make a hug unforgettable: tempo, stillness, and the anchor point. Understanding these will help you move beyond a casual, forgettable embrace and into one that leaves a lasting impression. First is tempo. Most men approach hugs at a conversational, friendly pace. It's quick, polite, and predictable. That speed communicates we're just friends, and it immediately neutralizes attraction. To create a meaningful impression, slow down. Initiate the hug with deliberate, unhurried movements, about 25% slower than normal. This subtle adjustment interrupts expectations and pulls her full attention into the moment. A slower tempo signals that you are present, grounded, and confident. It's not about dragging the moment out. It's about communicating intention and control through your pace. Next is stillness. Once the hug begins, your body becomes the message. You don't pat, speak, or fidget. You simply exist in the embrace, breathing naturally and remaining calm. This stillness forces her nervous system to shift from analyzing the moment to experiencing it. Psychologists call this a parasympathetic response, the state where the body can feel completely safe while simultaneously opening to deeper sensations. By remaining silent and steady, you create an environment where her body can notice subtle signals of presence and support. Finally, the anchor point. This is the secret many men overlook. Most instinctively place their hands on the upper back or shoulders, safe, platonic zones. But to create a somatic imprint, the dominant hand should rest lower, on the lumbar curve of her lower back. This area is biologically intimate, yet non-intrusive, A firm, warm hand there communicates support, protection, and a subtle sense of possession without ever being aggressive. It's a signal her primal brain recognizes immediately. The lower back becomes the bridge from friendly connection to magnetic presence, leaving a memory that feels both safe and charged with attention. When you combine these three elements, slowed tempo, grounded stillness, and the strategic anchor point, you create a hug that speaks without words. Her nervous system registers it as different, powerful, and memorable. Weeks later, she may not consciously recall every detail, but she will remember the sensation, the energy, and the impression it left. This is not manipulation, it's a language of presence. A deliberate, confident touch communicates more about your character than words ever could. It's about embodying calm authority while expressing respect and care. In a world where people are increasingly distracted and disconnected, mastering this kind of touch can transform simple human interactions into moments of genuine connection. Now that you understand tempo, stillness, and the anchor point, let's bring it all together into a simple, actionable protocol, the imprint sequence. Remember, the goal isn't to memorize steps like a routine, it's to embody presence and intention in every gesture. Begin by approaching her with calm awareness. Slow your movements, allowing your body to communicate confidence without haste. As you initiate the hug, maintain that slightly slower tempo, giving her nervous system a subtle signal that this interaction is different from the everyday, friendly touch. Once you're in the embrace, remain completely still. No words, no pats, no shifting. Simply exist. Breathe naturally. Your grounded presence tells her brain that she is safe, supported, and fully attended to. This stillness creates the conditions for her body to experience both comfort and arousal simultaneously, a rare combination that forms the somatic imprint. Finally, anchor your hand on the lower back. This location is intimate but safe, firm but reassuring. Your touch communicates protection, support, and quiet dominance, all without speaking a word. It's a gesture that signals authority and care simultaneously, leaving a lasting impression that her body remembers long after the moment ends. Focus on mastering this one sequence. Slow down, stay silent, and place your hand with intent. From my research, this combination consistently creates memorable responses in women, moments of surprise, curiosity, and intrigue that can linger for days or even weeks. But beyond technique, this is about cultivating a deeper sense of presence in your daily life. Your actions reflect your inner state more than any words could. When you act from calm confidence, your body communicates safety, stability, and attraction naturally. The hug becomes not just a gesture, but a gift of connection, a silent message of attention, care, and magnetic presence. If you're committed to this approach, begin practicing intentional action in small moments. Notice how slowing down, being still, and offering grounded touch transforms interactions. This isn't about tricks or manipulation. It's about speaking a language that is deeply human, a language that honors both her nervous system and your authenticity. Embody calm confidence. Create moments that are remembered not for what was said, but for how they felt. And as you continue, you'll see how even brief, deliberate physical presence can strengthen connection, spark intrigue, and convey attraction in a profound, respectful, and lasting way.